Welcome to my channel. True leadership is about more than just holding a position of authority, it's about the confidence that inspires others to rise to the occasion. Today's topic is character and leadership attitude, using the example of the young shepherd who became Israel's greatest king, David. When we meet young David, he's tending sheep, a world away from the roar of armies and the shadow of giants. Yet, it was in those quiet moments that David developed a deep, abiding faith in God. This faith wasn't passive either. Remember the story of David and the lion and the bear? He had faced danger before and had developed the confidence that came from knowing he wasn't alone. So when Goliath taunted the Israelite army, David's confidence wasn't rooted in his own abilities. He declared boldly, "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." 1 Samuel 17:37. David's faith wasn't about blind optimism, it was a lived experience of God's faithfulness. It's not about never feeling fear, but about having a faith that's bigger than our fears. When our confidence is rooted in something bigger than ourselves, it's no longer self-serving. David spent countless hours practicing with his slingshot, honing his skills and preparing for the unknown challenges ahead. He also helped fellow shepherds, sharing his experiences and offering guidance, which further solidified his leadership qualities. Reflecting on his past victories, David understood that each challenge he faced was a stepping stone, preparing him for greater battles. He often expressed his faith through writing psalms, which became a source of inspiration and strength for many. Standing tall with his flock, David exuded a confidence and peace that came from his unwavering trust in God. His faith became a beacon for others, showing that true confidence comes from a deep personal relationship with the divine. As he faced Goliath, David's unwavering resolve was evident, a testament to the foundation of his confidence. His victory was celebrated by the Israelites, a moment that underscored the power of faith and the strength it provides. David's journey didn't end with Goliath, it was just the beginning of a life led by faith, courage, and unwavering confidence. David's victory over Goliath wasn't a lucky shot, it was the culmination of years of preparation. Those years tending sheep were David's training ground. Every day, David faced the very real threat of predators. He honed his skills with a sling in the unpredictable wilderness. David's confidence to face Goliath wasn't arrogance, it was the quiet assurance that comes from knowing you've put in the work. True confidence in leadership isn't something we're born with, it's something we build. It's forged in the fires of experience. It's earned through the daily grind of showing up even when it's hard. The more we prepare, the more confident we become. Imagine standing before a giant like Goliath. Fear could easily consume you, right? But David wasn't just fighting for his own survival, he was driven by a deep sense of purpose. He was fighting for the honor of God and the freedom of his people. David's confidence wasn't fueled by ego or personal ambition, it was ignited by a cause greater than himself. This sense of purpose is what separates good leaders from truly great ones. When we're driven by a clear sense of purpose, our confidence becomes contagious. It inspires others to believe in something bigger than themselves. When we lead with purpose, we tap into a wellspring of confidence that can't be shaken by setbacks or criticism. Goliath had the Israelite army paralyzed with fear. For 40 days he had taunted them and no one dared to challenge him. Everyone, that is, except David. David saw what everyone else saw, a terrifying giant. But he refused to be defined by the fear that had gripped everyone else. He had the audacity to believe that things could be different, that victory was possible. This is the mark of a true leader, the courage to challenge the status quo. It's about seeing potential where others see only obstacles. Challenging the status quo isn't about being rebellious for the sake of it. It's about having a deep-seated belief that things can be better, and then having the courage to act on that belief. It would have been easy for David to let his confidence turn into arrogance, especially after he volunteered to fight Goliath. Many in his position might have succumbed to pride, believing that their own strength and skills were enough to secure victory. But David understood a profound truth. True confidence is rooted in humility. He knew that his abilities alone were not sufficient to face such a formidable opponent. Even as he stood before the giant, David acknowledged that the battle belonged to the Lord. He recognized that his faith and trust in a higher power were his greatest assets. He said to Goliath, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." 1 Samuel 17:45. These words were not just a declaration of faith, but a testament to his understanding of where true power lies. David understood that his strength wasn't the source of his victory, it was his willingness to surrender to something bigger than himself. This surrender was not a sign of weakness, but a profound strength. This humility kept his confidence grounded. It allowed him to remain focused and not be swayed by the enormity of the challenge before him. True confidence doesn't mean thinking you have all the answers or that you can do it all alone. It's about understanding that seeking guidance and wisdom from others is a strength, not a weakness. It's about recognizing your limitations and being willing to rely on others. David's humility allowed him to seek counsel and build a support system that was crucial for his success. Humility allows us to build strong, collaborative relationships that are essential for success. By acknowledging that we don't have all the answers, we open ourselves up to learning and growing with the help of those around us. When Saul offered David his armor to fight Goliath, it seemed like the logical thing to do. After all, armor is meant to protect a warrior in battle. But the armor didn't fit David. It was cumbersome, unfamiliar. It weighed him down and restricted his movements. David knew he couldn't win by trying to be someone he wasn't. He understood that using tools he wasn't accustomed to would only hinder him. So he chose to fight using the tools and skills he knew best: his shepherd's staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones. These were the tools he had mastered during his time as a shepherd. This decision reveals a key aspect of David's confidence. He embraced his unique strengths. He trusted in his own abilities and experiences. He didn't try to imitate someone else or conform to someone else's idea of what a warrior should be. Instead, he stayed true to himself. As leaders, we can learn a powerful lesson from David's example. Authenticity and self-awareness are crucial. Each of us possesses a unique set of strengths, talents, and experiences. These differences are what make us valuable and effective in our roles. Our confidence and our effectiveness as leaders grows when we embrace those strengths instead of trying to be someone we're not. By recognizing and utilizing our unique abilities, we can lead with authenticity and inspire others to do the same. Picture the scene. Goliath lay dead, defeated by a shepherd boy armed with nothing but a sling and a few stones. The seemingly impossible had happened, and the impact on the Israelite army was electrifying. David's victory didn't just defeat Goliath, it shattered the fear that had paralyzed the Israelites. His courage was contagious. It ignited a spark of hope and determination in the hearts of those who had given up hope. When we believe in ourselves and our vision, it inspires others to believe as well. It gives them permission to step out of their comfort zones, to embrace challenges, and to achieve things they never thought possible. As leaders, our confidence isn't just about us, it's about empowering those around us. Even David, with his unwavering faith and courage, faced criticism. His own brothers doubted him. When David wanted to join the fight against Goliath, his brother Eliab said to him, "What are you doing here? I know how conceited you are and how wicked your heart is. You have come down only to watch the battle." 1 Samuel 17:28. Even King Saul questioned David's ability to face the giant. But David refused to let the doubts of others extinguish his own inner flame. He knew what he was capable of, and he refused to be defined by their limited perceptions. This is resilience in action. It's the ability to face criticism, setbacks, and doubts without allowing them to derail you from your purpose. Resilience is essential for any leader. The Israelite army saw Goliath and saw an insurmountable problem. They focused on his size, his strength, his intimidating armor. David, on the other hand, saw Goliath and saw an opportunity. He didn't deny the giant's size or strength, but he refused to allow those factors to define the situation. Instead, he focused on his faith in God, his own skills, and the possibility of victory. This shift in perspective is crucial for effective leadership. When you focus on problems, you tend to attract more problems. But when you shift your focus to solutions, you open yourself up to creativity, innovation, and a sense of possibility. David's victory over Goliath wasn't the end of his story, it was just the beginning. He went on to face countless other challenges, from leading armies to uniting a kingdom. And through it all, his confidence continued to grow and evolve. David's life reminds us that confidence isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's something we cultivate over time through a process of learning, growth, and experience. Think of confidence as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you build your confidence muscle. Embrace the journey. As we've explored the life of David, we've uncovered timeless principles that have the power to transform us into the leaders we were born to be. David's story reminds us that true confidence isn't found in titles, positions, or outward appearances. It's an inner strength that comes from aligning ourselves with something bigger than us. If you have any question, please contact Prof. Ola Runlana. Kindly share, comment, and subscribe. Until next class, bye for now.